Alright guys, you know what time it is? It is time for me to finally come out of the shadows and make another video. So, you know what that means. It's Blue Exorcist here, and today we're just going to talk about Pokemon. I haven't talked about Pokemon in a while. I played a game, or played Let's Go. You can't see it, but I got it up on the screen right now. I might do another live stream, or I might do just a recorded video and throw it up, depending on how I feel, or how long it takes for me to eat supper and straighten up a little bit around here. But what I want to talk about is what you can see on the screen now. This is one of the things. Pokemon Go is now having a Lunar New Year event, plus a Pokemon Go TCG card decks. There's a new app right here that they're showing that you can take a picture of the card or enter the number, and it will keep track of that card. It's like a Pokédex. It shows that you have that Pokemon card in your collection. It's an easy way to keep track of your cards. So that way, if you lose a card, you know you've lost a card. Hopefully, if you lose a card, it's not an expensive one. But that's enough about that app. I haven't messed around with it. I don't really collect Pokemon cards anymore and haven't for a very long time. Before we talk about the next subject, I'm also going to tell you all that for the two contest winners, Moonamon R and Count Spangula, your stuff has now been shipped as of today. I have contacted you and let you know so that you know that it has been contacted. Like I said I would, and I'm sorry for the late shipping. I kind of had an accident while cooking supper one night and got some serious burns in 4 different spots. So, enough about me, and back to the topic of the situation of the video that we're on, which is Pokemon. That includes Gen 8, Pokemon Go, whatever I currently feel like talking about, and I'll even show you all some stuff if I can get into my Instagram on the computer, and show you all some stuff for some fan-made games, or some fan-made suggestions that I think are pretty cool. If I can't get into it, then that's a subject we will skip. But as far as the Lunar New Year event for Pokemon Go, Pokemon such as Rattata, Ekans, Mankey, Electabuzz, Ponyta, Dratini, Mary, Miltank, Torchic, Poochyena, Spoink, and Bunary will have an increased spawn as they represent the elements of the Zodiac. This might be enough to get me back into Pokemon Go and try and get me a Ditto. Because I think Rattata can be a Ditto. I don't know. I'll have to check. Anyway, so basically, with those increased spawns, you're also going to have increased capture and evolution XP, and you have a chance to get a higher chance to get a lucky Pokemon when trading, which is pretty cool. I haven't traded in a while. I actually rarely get on Pokemon Go, and one reason is because I had to find a new spoof app, because I spoof on Pokemon Go because I don't really get much out of the house here at the house. And I've also been reading up that Niantic is also going to try and triangulate your signal off your cell phone. They cannot do that without permission. That is an invasion of privacy. So if anybody, and I mean anybody, thinks that Niantic will triangulate a spoofer signal from their cell phone and block them, ban them from playing Pokemon Go, that is a huge break of your privacy. A company cannot do that without your permission to find out where you're really at. All they can do is look at their game data and be like, okay, that's weird. In point so many seconds, he went from, say, California to Tokyo. No, that ain't right. Then they'll shadow ban. They do it again, ban for 30, and I don't know what it's called after a shadow ban, and then the third time, that's it. You're done. You can't get back on your account. I think shadow ban's like a week, 1 to 2 weeks, and then you actually get a soft ban, which is 30 days, and then you're permanently banned that third time. So, no, they cannot triangulate your signal. They would be breaking your privacy. So, we're going to scroll on down I'm sure you all went through. I'm sure some of y'all use this website with Joe Merrick and Cerebi. I use it. He can't demonetize me because I don't have monetization. I don't have enough views or enough subscribers yet to get money. So, if he wants to target me, that's fine. He can target me. He can just message me and say, hey, don't use this information. But it's up on the free web. So, and I don't think I've seen a copyright thing. I'll have to look and show you. I'll see if there is. If there is, just in case, I don't own any of this information. Cerebi owns it. Joe Merrick owns it. That way I'm covered. He's covered. We're all happy. So, there isn't really much more on here for Pokemon. Here's a whole list of the new moves that Pokemon can list. I'm not going to go through all of it. I'll put the link to this if y'all don't know where this is, or if y'all can't just find it in the video because for some weird, odd reason it cut out. That way you can get in here and view it yourself. So, what's this? Oh, that's that Halloween celebration with the shiny failed Feebas that everyone was upset about. So, let's type in the lovely computer here, Gen 8, and see what we can find on some Junaid Pokemon. See if we can't talk about some stuff and go from there. I don't know. Let's see. Actually, first, let's go over something else that has to do with Pokemon. Not just Pokemon, but the whole Pokemon community that is really, really bugging me. And I've been meaning to talk to you guys about this. And some people have attacked this guy for it. But we're just gonna go right in here. We're gonna search for his name, pull up his videos right here. So he's gonna make all these videos about Pokemon Switch being open world. He's gonna go back in old interviews. He's gonna read blah 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 blah. I quit watching these videos for that reason. That these interviews are old. They don't tell us nothing. They tell us there might be a Let's Go Johto. It's not confirmed. Okay, it's there. If the game does well, it will. And right now, as he stated in his video, and I will say it's Verlicifies information, it is at 10 million views. Okay, that don't mean anything. That 10 or not 10 million views. Sorry, $10 million in sales. Right now, it is doing decent. It's not doing probably well enough to make another Let's Go game. I hope the sales increase, which is now officially tax season, and they could increase drastically because parents now have the money and the means to get this game for their kids. So it could go up, and it could get us a Let's Go Johto. And I would love nothing more for a Let's Go Johto. But then we go down and we go right here. It's saying that PokiDibs is saying that he lied to his fans and him, and I don't know what the deal between these two are, but he has now started attacking more than just PokiTips. He has gotten Austin John Plays and a couple of others. You need to stop. He talks about not tearing this Pokemon community on YouTube apart. I'm new to the Pokemon community, but I've watched these guys, and there's guys I watch like Little Shelter, Austin John Plays, Jono, HD Hoops and Hip Hop. There's just so many people that I watch that actually don't pay attention to this guy, because he is taking these viewers, turning them against all these guys, so they don't get views, so he comes out on top. But he continues to talk about not tearing the Pokemon community apart. What does he think he's doing right now as he makes these videos? He just completely destroys it. And then he does this right here. He probably ruined this guy's life right here. He probably ruined Weedle Twin Needle's life over him saying that he liked a girl in a video game or a cartoon or something that ended up in the cartoon or video game being 15. Sorry to tell you, but in anime, that's normal. People usually go and watch anime and think these girls are cute. But that's because the Japanese, I don't know how to say this, the Japanese make these drawings like this for a reason. It draws views from younger men and sometimes, yes, kids, and sometimes older gentlemen. Because I know I probably won't ever stop watching anime, but I don't watch it for the girls and the way that their tits explode off their chest. But I do watch it, but because some of them have an actually pretty decent storyline. But he just goes through and just makes these hate remarks towards these people. And it destroys the Pokemon community. It does. It rips them apart. So, Verlisify and PokiTips and all these other Pokemon that are, or Pokemon players that are in the Pokemon community need to just stop. They need to stop, they need to get along, and they just need to ask each other for each other's content. So if Verlisify wants to use somebody else's content, he needs to message them, and he needs to wait for a reply from that person to use that content. Same with PokiTips. Same with everybody else. They need to wait to wait on a reply to use the information in those videos. I did it with Ruffled Rowlet because a fan wanted me to make a video about Gen 8. So I got on Facebook, on YouTube. I went to Ruffled Rowlet's Facebook. I messaged him. He told me I could use it as long as I put in the video that he let me use it. That I credited him because it was his content. And I did that. I credited him for my Pokemon content. And that's great. I'm glad he responded, and I'm glad he let me use his content. So, none of these other guys right here on YouTube, they're not going to do anything. They won't ever ask anybody. But we're just going to kind of go through these Pokemon community guys and just kind of talk. Alright. Right here. Here's another Verlisify. I just typed in PokiTips. This was a week ago. Saying that he was scared because Verlisify caught him lying. Okay, somebody might edit or tweak a game like a Nuzlocke just to make it a little bit interesting. So they may make one certain Pokemon spawn a little more. So what? It's still a legitimate Nuzlocke. Alright. For all you know, the Shaman, that's right here. He even went on and said that it's fake, that he put it in there. At least he admitted he was right. But what this is doing is tearing us apart. This is tearing the entire community apart for Pokemon. Now, I'm not only going to be in the Pokemon community, I'm going to be in Destiny. I'm going to be in Call of Duty. I'm going to be in whatever game I decide I'm going to play. I'm going to be in that community. Right now, I'm currently playing Spyro instead of Pokemon because I got Spyro, and I enjoy it because it was a childhood game. So I am also in the Spyro community. So, unfortunately, all these guys that are being destroyed by Verlisify and are fighting back, you're messing with fire. You need to stop. If he says he caught you lying, so what? Let him continue to spread the hate. Don't jump in and entice him. Don't apologize. Don't make another video about him. Just stop. And what I want you, my viewers, to do is I want you to help stop all this. I want you to comment on these guys' videos, and I want you to just tell them what I tell them. Leave each other alone. You want to use somebody else's content, ask to use somebody else's content. Alright? Don't steal it. Because then copyrights, claims, and demonetization, and failing channels, all these are just results. And I hate to see some of my favorite PokeTubers go. I would love to be able to continue to watch Felicify and continue to watch PokiTips and all these other guys. They're great. They all have great content, but they just fight each other constantly. And it needs to stop. So, now that I've got that off my chest, this is going to be a pretty long video. Some of you guys may or may not watch it all the way through and make it to this point. But if you do, I appreciate it. And if you continue to go and you make it to the end, that is fine. That's what I want you to do. I want you to make it to the end, and I want you to just push this content and push it hard so that we can get everybody back on the same page, so we can keep everybody from fighting. And that being said, we're now going to get off the topic of Felicify, tearing the Pokemon community apart, and we are going to go into some Gen 8. Now, we're going to just go back to Googling Gen 8 Pokemon. I don't know. Well, this was back in 6/6/2018. No, we don't want to use Cerubi anymore. This is an old. I kind of want to see which ones are fake. Why aren't you showing me? Okay, well, we'll go back. We'll just kind of look at some images of some Pokemon that I think would be a good Gen 8 Pokemon, if it will ever let me leave. There we go. So here's some Gen 8 drawings of some Pokemon. This looks like it would be a water starter. I have no clue. I don't know what's going on. I don't think I'd like something like that in Gen 8. Because there's the lemur. Yeah. These were the ones that were supposed to be fake. You got the grass lemur, you have the fire rabbit, and you have the water platypus. These were the ones in that page I was on that I wanted to kind of see what it was. That was confirmed fake for the last Pokemon game. Or Gen 8. Well, this is Gen 8. And these were apparently confirmed fake. I'd like to see something like these guys. Some of these guys. Not the lemur. We don't need a lemur. No, we don't. We need the fire rabbit. Now let's... Okay, we're going to kind of go from another... We're going back to that subject. When Felicify was on... We're going to go back to Felicify real quick. He was talking about somebody stealing his YouTube thumbnails. Look on YouTube. I don't know whose these are. But these are actual thumbnails of PokeTubers that are just popping up from Google and Pokemon Gen 8 news. Somebody can just click on that, save it, and use that, and there's already a pre-made thumbnail. So, that's another issue. We'll revisit it. We'll stick with Gen 8 Pokemon. Okay? Now, we know poor little Meltan right here is a Gen 8, and so far that is the only Gen 8 Pokemon we got. And I don't see us getting any more Gen 8 Pokemon at all. for a while. I don't even see us getting a region anytime soon. But there's so many people on Instagram that's like Pokemon Past, Pokemon Future, Pokemon Madness, Pokemon Wiseness. It's there's just so many things for Gen 8, so many different possibilities. There's people saying it's in England. There's people saying it's London. There's people saying it's all different kinds of places. We don't exactly know. We can't. You can go to I can go to a previous game scene and point out something and be like, yeah, that's a tip. That's our next Gen 8 clue. It's in this region, in this area. That means jack squat. So, if you ever, I'm just going to kind of end this video because unless I'm really talking to you on a live stream, there's not really much about Gen 8 I can talk about. But once we start getting more leaks, and we start getting Cora back, and they start pushing out more Pokemon news, I will start putting up more Pokemon videos. Till then, we're just gonna call it right here. This is already a long enough video. It's probably 20, 30, 40 minutes long. And it don't need to be that long. So, hopefully you guys make it to the end. And if you do, please comment, like, subscribe, and share this content with your friends. Okay? I will be doing shiny hunting live streams. I will be continuing my Let's Go Eevee walkthrough or playthrough where I left off right after Brock's gym. I will be doing more Destiny content. I will be doing more Call of Duty content. I'll eventually be doing Kingdom Hearts content for Kingdom Hearts 3. So guys, thank you so much. I'm sorry for taking this video on for so long, but there was a lot I had to get off my chest, and I think I got it off. You guys are the best, and I'm going to leave it at that. So have a good night, great week, and an awesome year. Thank you guys.